Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Alakazam live show.
Yay!
Hey!
Always start with a little yay, because we love these shows. And as we start these, the views start to go up and people start to join. So thank you for joining if it's your first time. I know we were speaking, I was speaking earlier to a customer who wants to join but doesn't have Facebook or YouTube. So today, for the first time, we have streamed live to our website.
Yeah, we're on the front page of our website as well. Guys, do us a favour. The first thing you've got to do before we proceed, hit the share button underneath this video.
It massively helps us, guys. So
I'm going to clean my glasses.
Lovely.
On a jumper.
Obviously, Andy will be really angry with you.
He will. He's always telling me off.
Obviously, if you're on our homepage, you can't share because it is our website. But anywhere else on Facebook or YouTube, please share. That would be absolutely fantastic. It means the world to us. That's how we grow and how we can keep bringing you awesome offers. So let's do some hellos, shall we?
And yeah, I want to say that we've got people watching from Florida. Mark Call, hiya Mark. We've got people watching from Mexico. We've got people watching from Spain. So we've literally got people from all over the world.
Absolutely, and I will name check you if you have shared. Nathan Edge has written in, he's shared. Thank you, Nathan, we appreciate it. And yeah, if you've got magic clubs that you're members of, if you've got magic groups, share it there. Obviously, we don't expect you just to share it on your homepage. You might have people that aren't magicians, but for all your magician friends, that would be superb. And this week we are hopefully going to be joined by our guest of the evening, or our guest of the next 2 days.
Yes.
And why do we have a guest for the next 2 days?
Because we have got the Alakazam Academy 2-day course starting tonight at 7 o'clock, starring Dr. Will Houstoun. So Will should be joining us. His train was delayed. Hopefully he's going to get here in time before the end of this live, where you will interview him and he's going to show you a couple of tricks.
Yes, news to me.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that. All stuff's amazing.
Anyone that hasn't got their ticket already, Will's course goes live tonight at 7 o'clock. And remember, even if you can't make the date or time, if you get your ticket, it will be saved in your account for you to download and enjoy forevermore.
Yes, indeed. So we're going to be talking about some magic today. We're going to be doing our quiz. You guys have been loving the quiz, and more of you keep joining it every week, so we really appreciate that. So just up there, crowd.live, and the event code is XYIFX. XYIFX. And that will basically get you ready and set to go. So if you're new to it, open up a new page on your phone or on whatever device you're on, and go to that there and enter that in, and it will put you on a holding screen, and when we're ready to start the quiz, it will start. So,
yes.
I'm playing the quiz from my mobile, I'm watching it at the same time. Give 10 seconds to go to quiz page, please. Yeah, we know there's a little delay, so yeah, we'll give you a little bit of time to do that. Who gave us the quiz this week? Do you remember? The name should be at the top of the quiz.
I will check. It is Henry Merilis.
Merilis.
So, Henry, you've got yourself £15 worth of loyalty points.
Absolutely, it's as easy as that. And I will tell you this, there are some easier questions in this quiz. I know it's all, if you know the answer, they're easy, but there are a couple of questions that a couple of answers in a few of the questions that you know they're definitely not. Yeah. If that makes sense. They're fun answers. So that will then limit down the 50-50, and you'll probably get the answer to a few of them. So even more of a chance this week, guys, to get your hands on that notorious mug, which is in the kitchen.
Let me go and get it. I'll go get it.
You can go get it if you like.
Okay, I'll go get it. You're going to hear everything fall now as I trip over everything.
Yeah, please be careful.
I'm not getting any younger.
Lovely job. So as Pete's doing an obstacle course race over there, I'll talk to you about what I'm doing currently, and that is trying to learn mnemonica. So who does a stack out there? Let me know, and I know there'll be the fight between who's chosen Arison or mnemonica, or if you have your own stack. Let me know what you're doing with it as well. Here we are. I'm 30 cards in at the moment, and I really want to know actually when I get to the 52 what I'm going to do with it. So I've always wanted to learn it, and I never really had the end goal as to why. I know Assy Wind has an amazing card at number.
Yeah.
But I know that there's got to be a lot more out there.
There's so many great routines for a stack. So many great routines.
So what are recommended by you guys? Where should I look? Books, DVDs. Once I actually know the stack, I'm nearing the end. So this is the mug.
This is the mug. You've got a chance of winning this. All you've got to do is take part in the quiz, and the code will come up here in a moment. Take part in that. If you win that, you receive one of these. There's only one of these that gets given out, so you can't win two of these. If you win the quiz but you've already had one of these, you get a normal Alakazam Live mug.
So we're writing down names now.
We are. And the other thing I want to mention as well, our monthly newsletter has already run out. This month has been so busy, so thank you guys for your support this month. But these have already gone.
They have, yeah.
Usually we sort of get rid of them in the last week, but they're already gone. But if you missed out, I have uploaded every newsletter since we started.
Yeah.
So you can get it as a digital PDF just off our website free of charge.
Fantastic. Mark Call, trying that method on learning day. That is actually what I tried. I did try the Memory Arts, which was the book that we spoke about a while ago, and I loved that, but found that you had to learn the whole journey before learning the cards. And with this version that you're talking about, I do like it because you get everything at once. So yeah, definitely like that.
The other thing is Will Magic Man, who is watching us on YouTube, said there's 28 watching and only 3 likes. So come on guys, hit that like button over on YouTube please.
Our guest has just arrived in the building.
He has. Welcome Mr. Houstoun.
He's here. He's in the building.
We will be popping over to see Will in a moment.
Absolutely.
Right, so what should we do? Should we have a couple of questions?
Yeah.
Or are you going to say some hellos?
Sorry, questions, yes. Let's do some hellos, yeah?
Okay.
So, let's throw me out there a little. Let me have a look in here. So, we've got loads of you joined us. We've now got just over about 55 of you on Facebook, and they keep joining. So, keep sharing, guys. We really appreciate it. Let's say hello, shall we? Karen Wynn, Danny Marco, we've got Ian Raymond Walker, Michael King, Gary Scott, Dean Setters, James Samuel, Mark Waddington, Laurie Day. The list goes on and on and on and on. Willie Mack, we've got Brian Lloyd. So thank you for all your continued support, and this is your warning that we're about to do the first couple of questions on the quiz. So be sure, last chance now to head over to here, type in that code, and we are about to start this. Now, if there are any spelling mistakes, apologies.
Right.
As I wrote it in this week. But there are a couple of questions that you have to say because I can't pronounce them.
Right.
But you'll be able to.
Right.
You'll see when we get there.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
We are going to head over to the quiz. So, guys, if you're joining us, here you go. Question number 1. Who invented the Chop Cup? Tommy Wonder, Horace Golding, Al Wheatley, or John Archer? Dr. Houstoun, do you know that? Don't say it out loud.
No.
Right, okay. I'm going to be questioning you on all of these. Right, so we go to question number 2. Who created the Alakazam F1 wallet? Was it Jason Ray, Gregory Wilson, Andy Nyman, Fred Capps?
I know this one.
Yeah, I know this one.
Will?
No.
And we're going to go to question number 3. What friend of Alakazam wrote the book Nocturnal Creation? Dan Ives, Mark Spellman, Paul Gordon, or John Carey? Will?
I do.
Hey!
We got 1 out of 3. It's all good.
Okay, guys, that's your first 3 questions. So we'll get back to the quiz in a moment, but we'll check out the leaderboard in a moment as well.
Rick Weston says, are you still going to put a book together with all the newsletters in it?
I think we are. I think it was one of those things that we thought of quite towards the end of last year and we just ran out of time. So I think maybe for this Christmas,
right,
we'll try and do like a compendium annual type thing of the last 2 years.
Great.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And that was a shame, really, because do you remember I'd done loads of crossword puzzles
Yeah.
and word searches and funny bits for it.
We just put them into this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. It will look awesome. I really wanted to get my hands on that as well. So,
do you know what? I was so excited to read those questions, I forgot to vape.
I know.
And now I'm desperate.
It wasn't even those ones, though, that I wanted you to read. It was the next lot.
Oh.
So...
Okay. All right,
I could have done that.
Shall we have a look at the leaderboard? There we go.
Trevor Hargreaves, quite one. Trevor Hargreaves is in first with 251 points. Chris Ryan is following, and then Simon Kelly. I think there are some easier ones in here as we go, so stick with it, guys. I can see 30 people, 32 of you are playing, so
brilliant.
Not bad, not bad. So shall we talk a little bit of magic?
Yes.
And then that'll give me a chance to have a quick word with our guest.
Yes.
And,
well, we got a trailer to drop in as well, or
yeah.
a performance. So.
Of what?
I think have we got a performance of Blade, Chris?
Yes, we do. Yeah, they've just come in, haven't they? That's why we wanted that. So, if you missed this performance, this is a cool little trick. It's by Nicholas Lawrence. They've just come back into stock. We've got about 12 of them in. So, get them while they're here. So let's take a look at the effect. I love this, and I think you will as well. I'm going to demonstrate one of the oldest tricks done, the sawing the lady in half trick, but without grabbing the lady in boxes. I'm just going to use some playing cards, a modern day version of this. So the Queen of Spades is what we're going to use for this, and two other cards as well, in this case the 2 nines. The Queen is going to go between the nines, much like she would go in the box. She's going to go in here between these two. Okay. Now you can see her at all times. This is why it makes this illusion quite interesting. Watch very closely. I'm just going to take it, and you can see obviously it moves much like any card would. And I'm going to take my nail and do that. And what that should do is cut the Queen in half. Right there. Each half moves individually. But the coolest thing about this is if I move this half down to here, we can cause her to go right back to how she was at the beginning. And now you can see we have the Queen of Spades, we have the 9 of Hearts and the 9 of Diamonds. And the great thing about this is these cards can all be examined.
Right, so that was Blade. We've got a few of those back in stock now, not many of them. So make sure you go and grab them. What's happening here?
I just need to be able to talk to the guys.
Right. Okay, so we're going to now hand you over to Dave with our special guest, Dr. Will Houstoun.
Yes. Well, a genuine handshake. I know a lot of people do this at the beginning of random meetings, but this is the first time I've seen you today. So thank you for coming in. And I shouted across the room and went, do you know what you're going to show me? And you went, yeah, 100%. So you're a professional, I'm not. As you can see, I was running back and forth.
Not that far.
So before you show us a trick, what's tonight all about? Because you did the last one, it was all based on coins, right?
Yeah, so last time was sort of a 2-evening session all about coin tricks.
Yeah.
Tonight's going to be a 2-evening session all about card tricks.
Nice, okay.
So there will be some things which are sort of more formal performance-based tricks, kind of thing you might do if you're doing a show. Some things which are a little bit more casual, the kind of thing you might show to your friends in a less formal setting.
Yeah.
Some things that you can do standing up, some things sitting down, some difficult, some easy. Try and get a whole range in.
So a bit of something for everyone, really.
Fingers crossed, yes.
I remember, I think my first proper meeting with you was over in Spain at House of Illusion, and I remember you wowing me with this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Are you doing that tonight?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
I am now.
Right,
That
so...
wasn't about 5 seconds ago. Now I am.
I mean, honestly, it blew my mind. I know you kept it quite close to your chest because you showed it to Matt Edwards and not me. But
That's unbearable, sorry.
but it was one of those things that I kept trying to get at Matt, and he never told me. But it was so magical when I saw it. So to find out what it is, watch tonight now. If you're going to be doing it, that's amazing.
Yes.
Well, what are you going to show me now?
So I thought I might show you a quick thing using a pack of cards. Before I begin, perhaps you can give them kind of a smushing around kind of a mix.
Yeah.
That's beautifully done.
Like that.
Wonderful. We'll square them all together. I don't know whether you want to do any of the table driffle shuffly kinds of things, or give them a cut just in case I got to see anything you think I shouldn't have.
I'll just give it
anything
a
you
cut
like.
because I don't want you to judge my table riffle shuffle. There we go.
The least judgmental person in the world. So we have a pack of cards which has been well shuffled. I think you'd agree. And the idea of this is to see whether some good cards might be possible to find from within it.
Right.
So let's see how we go. With a little bit of luck, if I just give a cut, a good card might be an ace.
Come on.
That's a nice little start, I think.
Come on.
We'll see if we can get a second one out to join the first. There it is. And with any luck, we'll get the remaining two together, perhaps. If we give a little cut.
Oh.
There's one, there's two.
Oh, that's smooth, isn't it? Love that. Okay, that's really, really nice. Now, I can't wait till tonight. So, once we go off, you've got to show me that because that was ridiculously slick. Now, and he's got from a shuffled deck.
That was very good. Very good.
Yeah, very nice. Lovely job.
Thank you.
And so, sorry, I'm a little bit trying to work it out. Yeah, I'm trying to think of my next question, but I'm trying to get my head back. Like, how the heck did that happen? Right, I'm a bit lost for words there, Will. So
It's kind of you.
where would that sit within what you were saying about something for everyone?
So this is very intriguing, I think, in that there are three different parts to it.
Okay.
So there's one part which is a kind of principle that's like a gaff thing that you can build into your own pack of cards. It's nice because the cards are examinable, people can handle them, you can give them to them, they're not going to find anything, there's nothing to see, but it lets you do certain things.
Nice.
And I will talk about that. It's very old, but not many people know about it. And then the second part is sort of a way of utilising that to produce 4 aces in a reasonably smooth and nice fashion.
Nice.
And within that there are a few moves that I've developed to make it happen. So one part is a principle, which everyone can pick up, I think, fairly quickly. Then there are the moves, which may or may not be of interest, depending what you want to do using the principle.
Right.
And then you could put it together to produce 4 aces, but you could equally use it to control a stock of cards to the top of the deck, or to locate a single card or a pair of cards, or whatever it is you want to do.
Yeah, very nice. So cool.
We've got a question coming for Will. I don't know if you can see that on the
yeah, I've got that down here. Oh, you've got it up there.
Physical rehabilitation program. Okay, really inspired by that little piece.
I will read just so for those that haven't got the thing. So, question for Dr. Houston. It's kind of my job there, Will. Are you still working with the physical rehabilitation program in the UK? I was really inspired by that, and as an orthopaedic surgeon, I now use magic in my own private practice to help younger patients. Wow.
Yeah, so this I think refers to a program called Breathe Magic, which is part of a not-for-profit called Breathe Arts Health Research. And the idea is that we use magic with all sorts of different groups of people, but predominantly young people with a condition called hemiplegia. So they have effectively a stroke, one side of the body has limited movement, limited fine motor function, and they have to practice normally fairly dull, repetitive sort of therapeutic activities. Rather than asking them to do those dull activities though, we teach them magic tricks which incorporate the different actions they need to practice. They love it because they get to be magicians, they get to do something none of their friends can, perhaps for the first time in their lives, but along the way they're practicing all of these fine motor skills. And as a result of that, they're able to do up the buttons on their shirt for the first time, tie up their shoelaces, cut up food using 2 hands, all sorts of things that have a really big impact on day-to-day life. So that's the programme. You can find out more about it if you Google Breathe Arts Health Research. And yes, I am still doing it, very much so.
That's brilliant.
That sounds amazing,
really
mate. How often do you go and do that? I mean, have you seen this progression as well from when you first meet the children and then after the magic and how they can actually...
absolutely.
Have you seen that?
Yes.
Wow.
So one little boy who came on the programme, it's a 2-week camp. On the beginning of it, his hand was very, very tight. The muscles on the inside were more developed than the ones on the outside.
Wow.
So those ones would always pull that way, and the outside ones couldn't pull the hand open.
Wow.
And so the only time his hand had ever opened was whilst he was asleep, and therefore at his most relaxed. By the end of the week, he managed to do this, and it was the first time in his life that he'd seen what the inside of his hand looked like.
Wow.
So you really see a huge change with these people.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. So with that as well, well, tell us, because there might be some people out there that have never seen your magic or heard about you. This will be the first time they've seen you. So for yourself, I mean, you're a doctor in magic, right?
Yes.
So how did that, I know we may have touched on this briefly before, but how did that come about? And I'm sat here quite envious of the red Magic Circle badge that you have there on your lapel. So tell us a bit about that as well, what that means.
Sure. So I like doing card tricks and coin tricks with people. I'm interested in sleight of hand and that sort of thing. But I also like the historical side of magic. So I wrote a book about 18th century card tricks, which perhaps I'll talk about a little tonight and maybe tomorrow. I then did another book about late 19th century magic lessons, and then afterwards I studied for a PhD in a literature, film and theatre department. And for that I looked at the impact of Professor Hoffman's books on magic literature in the late Victorian period. So I spent 4 years reading old magic books, tracked down a load of letters and manuscripts and other things that people perhaps hadn't found before, put it all into a sort of context, and wrote 80,000 words about it.
Pete's writing a book at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, I've written about 4 words.
And not the foreword. Oh wow, that's amazing. That is amazing. So before I want to open it up to these guys as well, because guys, while he's here, obviously we're here until 3 o'clock. So get your questions in while Will's with us. You know, if you're not joining us tonight, which I 100% recommend you do, because if you get the early bird, you're going to save yourself £15 as well, and you can watch it at any time. So the hardest thing, our hardest job, is letting you know that if you're not in tonight, still buy it, because you'll be able to watch it whenever you want. We still get questions from people saying, yeah, but I'm not around for that one. So you don't have to be. All right. If you are, great. If you're not, you can still watch it, download it at a later date. But do get your questions in now. Let me have a quick look and see if we have any. Pete Newton says, do not ask Dr. Will to put a quiz together for the Tuesdays. Actually, that would be brilliant.
Given how badly I've performed in your quiz, I think it would be only fair.
Well,
That might be easier.
I would love to see that, actually. That would be great. It was just a leaderboard, and it'd be 0, 0, 0.
You'd be able to read it, let alone answer the questions.
Absolutely. So, how many hours a day would you recommend for practice? Oh, I just gone, I'm a married man. LOL. Do you still practice? I mean, I'd never seen you without a deck of cards in your hand. Travelling, chilling, drinking, you always have a deck in your hand. But do you actually specifically put time aside to practice?
Not that often.
No.
I'm not very good at it, to be honest.
Okay.
So I think the key thing is that there's a big difference between fiddling with cards and practicing something.
Right.
And I do a lot of fiddling, so a lot of playing with cards, a lot of getting used to how they work, how they feel, maybe learning moves, just kind of for the fun of it.
Yeah.
But not a huge amount of practicing. And I think if you're practicing something, it's very much that you try and figure out precisely what you're trying to achieve in the way the cards move and the way you move and how that fits together. You then have a couple of goes at doing it. Perhaps you video them, you watch the video back, you see what worked, what didn't work.
Yeah.
Anything that didn't work, you try and work out why, try and make it better the next time and then do it again.
Yeah, nice.
And that's, I think, a fairly intensive process. It's quite hard to do that for any real length of time.
Yeah. Especially with the day-to-day life and the hustle and bustle, trying to have a family and do everything on work and all that sort of stuff. To get time to yourself is never the easiest thing. So I think when you're travelling, work on a specific move. When like I say, I've never seen you not. There's a move you do which is like, I just know you for the move, and it's like a one-handed cut. You always, it's like a reverse cut.
There are a few.
That's it.
One.
That's it. Every time I see you, I see that. I think you do it subconsciously as well. But yeah, it's like that. And then when I just see you table riff like that, it's just like a perfect one for one. So I think it is repetition, isn't it? Mainly, whenever you can. Great.
Yeah, and you can leave packs of cards lying around. So having some next to the kettle, some next to the computer, some next to where you put your shoes on or whatever. Yeah, it's quite convenient.
Yeah. Have you seen the Delt documentary?
I have.
And he's got like cards. They're just
yes.
everywhere. So yeah, position them everywhere. But just wash your hands first if you're in that area, that particular place. So what I'm going to do is throw it over to Pete just so he can do a few more questions on the quiz. And then in that time I'll find out if Will's got anything else prepared to show me. So over to you, Peter.
Okie dokes. Right, guys, so we're going to come on to your next 3 questions. So get ready now, and we are going to start with question number 4. In the Alakazam forum, what does Harry's signature say? Carpe diem, la familia è tutto. Keep the high balls low and la dolce vita. I know that one.
This is why I.
Right, question number 5. What does la familia è tutto mean? The sweet life, seize the day, don't worry, be happy, the family is everything. And question number 6, your last one for this round. What Alakazam Academy tutor is best known for his marked deck? Was it Barry Berserk, Boris Wilde, Steve Savage, or Dave Loosely? Okay, that should be a pretty easy one. Okay, that's it. That's your next 3 questions. Just saying as well, when we were setting up this quiz, we realised there was like different options. There's like a team quiz and various other things that we can offer. So we're going to look into those, and we might have a little team quiz. We'll let you know, and then you can start putting yourselves into little teams. Right, when we're ready, we will head over to the leaderboard and we'll see what's happening over there. Okay, first place we got Steve S, then Trevor Hargreaves, then Chris Ryan. Not much between them as well, so that is easily changed. And how many people we got playing? Is it 32?
Yeah, about that. Remember, guys, it depends on how quick you get it as well. You have more points for the quicker you get it, and obviously answering it right.
Brilliant.
Okay. I have got a couple of questions over here for Dr. Will Houstoun. First off, can you please ask Will if he could sit down with any magician from the past for an entire evening, who would it be and why? And hello from Kansas. That's Michael Johnson.
Well, hello from Kansas first of all. Oh, hello to Kansas first of all. Perhaps Charlier, of Charlier One-Handed Pass fame. And I think I would say him, because everybody who saw him said he was the best they'd ever come across. Hoffman said that, Masklin said that, Bertram said it, Spielman said it, George Alfredson said it. Everyone who we know as being very good said that Charlier was the best they ever saw,
Right.
but there's very little real record of what he did or how he did it. A little bit from Hoffman, a little bit from Bertram, a little bit in some private correspondence and manuscripts, but not much at all. And nobody really knows who he is, where he came from, where he went, or any of those things either.
So I'll add to that question. What would you ask him if you were sat down with him? If you could ask him just a couple of things.
I don't know what I would ask him. I'm quite interested just to see him do a little bit of magic.
Yeah.
Because I think he might be the first person doing kind of mental magic as we know it today with cards. And sort of slightly coincidence-based stuff. I'd be interested to see his gambling stuff, because everyone said that he was a card cheat potentially.
Okay.
And there's also some sort of random conjecture that he might have given Robert Houdin lessons when Houdin was starting out. So I suppose it'd be interesting to find out about that.
Nice.
There was also a rumour that he was an illegitimate son of Tsar Nicholas the something. I can't remember which one.
Okay.
So whether he was Russian aristocracy or not would be intriguing to know, I suppose.
Well, Will's definitely putting the next quiz together. 100%.
There's a question here from Steve Black, and I presume it's to you, and I presume it may be a book you've read. What do you think of the new book, Magic is Dead?
I haven't read this yet. It's a new book. I can't remember the name of the chap who wrote it, but he's a journalist who's done magic for a couple of years and is part of the 52, the sort of club of magicians who have tattoos of playing cards on their fingers. I mean, the title is a nonsense because evidently it isn't, but beyond that I don't really know anything about the content at all.
Right, okie dokes.
Please ask Will what's his favourite playing card in the deck and why? Do you have a favourite playing card?
Good lord. No, I don't think I do really.
I think you have favourite playing cards though. I see you with these all the time.
No, I do like stud playing cards. They're a very nice stock.
Are they available again now?
They are, yes.
Right.
Yes, if you find yourself near a Walgreens, you can get them for $2 or $3 a deck, and they're very fine, I think.
Nice. Yeah, they are lovely cards. Right.
Oh, yeah, one more.
Yeah.
Cardistry versus card magic.
I suppose the sort of counter question would be versus in what sense? I think most people who do cardistry don't think that they're doing card magic per se.
No.
Most people who do card magic don't think that they're doing cardistry per se. And if you want to be a cardist and do fancy things with playing cards, then you're probably better off in the cardistry branch than the magic branch. If you want to be able to do magic, you're probably better off in the magic branch than the cardistry branch.
Yeah.
But both, I think, can learn things from each other.
Yeah.
It's a lot you learn about how to handle a pack of cards by doing flourishy stuff, even if you never show it to anyone.
And just watch his hands the whole
Good
time.
answer.
Yeah, very good answer. So, be rude answer.
One more.
Oh.
What's the name of Will's one-handed cut that Dave loves?
So it's not actually my one-handed cut. It's invented by a very good London-based card magician called Justin Hyam, and it's called the Anti-Gravity Shift. Justin published it in a small set of lecture notes called Dexterity Manual, so a rather nice pun, I think, in the title. There's lots of other good stuff in there as well, but also that one-handed shift. Ben Earl also talked about it, I think, potentially on the DVD set that you guys have. Yes. So it's also described there, I think. But it's the Anti-Gravity Shift by Justin Hyam.
Oh, there's a nice one here. Cards, coins or cards, if you could only have one, which and why?
It depends what for. If it's for showing other people magic tricks, probably coins, because whilst I think there are a smaller number of coin tricks I'm interested in, I think perhaps as a single piece of magic, they're particularly good. If it's for myself and my own enjoyment, then cards, because there's more stuff to do with them.
Right.
They're likely to keep me entertained for a bit longer than coins will, I think.
Nice. Great. Good answers, mate. Yeah.
One more. Matt Wainwright, are you going to teach any flourishes, stroke cuts on the course?
I am, if people on the course would like to learn a couple of cuts and flourishes, I think is probably the best answer.
Brilliant.
So I don't have any that I'm very set on teaching. If nobody's interested, I certainly shan't. But I do very much want to make it about the kinds of things people watching are interested in. So if there are particular things you are interested in, then do let me/us know, and I'll do my best to include what I can on those areas.
Yeah.
And that's one of the great things about the Academy, as opposed to a lot of the other online teaching things, is the fact that you do have your chat room. You can really get involved, and if you want to see something in particular, you can ask, and if we've got the time to do it, the artist usually will do it for you, and it's a truly interactive thing if you can join us live. Obviously, if you can't join us live, you can still watch it back and enjoy it and download it, but you won't be able to ask the questions. Saying that, you usually can, because we set up a Facebook group which is specific for people that attend the course, which will give them access to other people that were on the course for help, and also will be in that Facebook group as well. So it's a really good format. If you've never done the Academy before, really give it a try, because it is superb.
Great. Lovely. So before I head back over to hang out with Pete, can you show us one more thing?
I suspect I can show you one more thing, yes. So something using some aces and also using a chosen card.
Okay.
So if you don't mind, would you just slide one card out over to here on the mat?
This one.
Beautifully done. Now here's the idea. We'll try something using that card, the three of hearts,
Right.
and also the aces. To start with, though, I think we'll go with the aces.
Okay.
We have a black ace on top, second black ace on top. We'll pop those both underneath.
Yeah.
And with just a click and a little wave, something rather strange happens. Those two aces pop straight the way through to the top.
Nice.
And we'll try again. We'll pop those underneath and give a little click, and we should find there's one, there's two, straight back through.
Nice.
And now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, so far, I've only shown you a trick using the aces,
Yeah.
and I did say I would show you a trick using the aces and your card.
Yeah.
So we should probably come to your card at about this point.
Yeah.
Just give a little snap. We should find over here the four aces. And if those are the four aces, this must be one card and one card only, your card. The three of hearts.
Nice. Very nice. Oh, I love that. So that's going to be covered tonight as well?
Yes, tonight or tomorrow.
Fantastic. Oh yeah, it's a 2-day course as well, guys, and it is at an awesome price at the moment. So if you like just a smidgen of what Will has shown you, but not only that, you're not just going to learn the tricks, you're going to learn a lot more as well, as we saw from the coin course. So make sure you head over to our site, alakazam.co.uk, if you're not already watching us there now, and check out the course. The course is called?
The course is Dr. Houstoun on cards, and it is only $34.99 for both days.
Yeah, and after the event it will go up to its full price, or is it $49.99?
Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you get it early, guys. Spread the word, tell your friends, and just see if there's any last questions for you. Will, I know you'll probably join us once I head back over there, so if the guys have any, I can still throw them over to you. But that's great. So, Will, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing what you did. And guys, if you want to see some more, and you're not going out tonight, you were at one point, but you're not now, pick up a ticket, okay? As I say, best price is now. So I'm going to throw over to Pete, and then I'm going to go and join him. So I will see you very shortly.
Right. I'm not sure if we've got another performance. Chris, have we got Flux? Brilliant. Okay, guys, these have come back in. As soon as we get them in, they tend to sell out very quick. We've gone through 2 or 3 batches of these already. So they've just come in again, Flux. If you don't know what it is, here's a performance with Dave Loosely.
Face me, Peter.
Yes.
Here's what we're going to do. I have here a little pebble.
Yep.
I got it out just outside to the left, Bella Avenue.
Bella Avenue.
Yeah, I found it on the floor. So what I'd like you to do is place it behind your back, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You are then going to put it into one of your hands, okay? And I want you to bring your hands out in front of you like this and hold your hands like that, okay? Yeah. Now this could be a 50-50 chance. You could think that's 50-50, but I would wholeheartedly say that you chose to put the pebble in this hand here.
I did.
Turn it, let's have a look. Perfect, okay? A perfect match, and it's right inside. Let's go again. Let's go again, because you might think, oh, that was lucky. Okay, we'll go again. Place it into one of your hands and bring your hands out in front of you. And this time, slightly different, okay? I'm going to try and read your facial expressions. I want you to, if it's in this hand, I want you to think of something sweet. And if it's in this hand, I want you to think of something savoury, okay? Now, a lot of people, when they think of something sweet, they're almost like, it almost gets tangy right here at the back of their mouth, right? Where it's something like sherbet or, but I don't think you had that. So I would wholeheartedly say you went for savoury. It's in this hand here.
Yes, it
perfect.
Is.
That's 2 out of 2. Now you might think, oh, that's just lucky, but I want to prove that it isn't. It's more than that. It's intuition. So I'm going to give you a £20 note. Okay. I want you to keep the 20 in one hand, and then put the pebble or the stone in the other, and then bring both hands out in front of you like this. Okay. And don't go putting it in your pocket.
No.
No. All right. So here's what I would say. If I don't get the right hand, you get to keep the £20 note. But I tell you this, I always get the right hand.
What are you looking
not
for?
your right hand. This hand. I'm looking for the banknote. I want the banknote is in this hand here. If I'm wrong, you get to keep it.
Really?
Yeah. Am I wrong?
No.
I get to keep it. There you go.
To make you
I absolutely love this trick. I've been taking it out and test driving it, I guess. I've been using it, working it, and it is great. And it breaks up. I do a lot of visual quick magic stuff, so I don't really do much mentalism in my sets. And this breaks it up for me, I think, and gives it that nice little, oh, blimey, that was cool sort of moment instead of just the visual. And it's almost when you're using it, you want to just sort of like laugh every time because it is a fun thing to use.
It is, and it's one of those things that's perfect for walk around, and it's perfect for just when you're out and about because it seems impromptu.
Yeah,
that's the thing. There's no gimmick in play.
No,
you know,
and there's none of this. Like if you know other versions, I hate this thing.
Yeah.
So you just move your hands. There's none of that. It just seems like. Yeah, so it could be here. It just seems like you're pointing and relaxing, and yeah, it's great.
We had a question coming from Michael Johnson, which just says, where is it? Please, what time zone are you in, and what time does the lecture begin? So the lecture begins in roughly 4.5 hours from now, so it's 7 p.m. GMT. But remember, even if you can't make it within 24 hours of the course ending, it will be uploaded to your account. So we edit out the break, and then convert it and upload it so you can download it to your system, and it's yours to keep forever anyway. So even if you can't make it, if you're out, you're at work, it doesn't matter, because it will be there waiting for you. But it starts in about 4.5 hours.
Lovely. Great. So while we're here, should we do another couple of questions?
Shall we?
I'll do them this time, and you can have a little vape.
What's to say? Hang on. Right. Here we go. Okay, guys, here we go for the competition. Your next 3 questions are...
Okay, what is used in the trick The Professor's Nightmare? Is it ropes, rubber bands, sponge balls, or thimbles? Everyone should hopefully get this. Unless you don't know what Professor's Nightmare is, then you won't. 3 seconds left, guys. And done on that one. So question number 8. What is Faye Presto's real name? Now, I didn't actually know this. Is it A, Letitia Summer, B, Letitia Spring, Letitia Autumn, or Letitia Winter? I actually only thought it was Faye Presto.
Yeah, I did. Right, and question number 9.
Ricky J was famous for throwing what? Cards, tantrums, his voice, or boomerangs? Got that one, Will?
Yeah.
Brilliant. And we'll save question number 10 just till the end. So we've got about 17 minutes left. So if you have any more questions for Will, he's still over there, so do get them in. Or any general questions for us, let us know. This is why we are here. And
we're going to go up to the leaderboard in a
yes,
moment.
let's go.
Let's have a look what's happening up there. Wow, so 3rd time we visited, 3rd time we've got a new number 1 spot. So we've got Ryan at 625 points, followed by Steve S at 551. Now, bearing in mind, if you get the question correct and get it quickly, you get 100 points. If you get it wrong, I think you lose points. So anyone in that top 3 could still most probably grab this.
Yeah, it's all still to play for. I mean, the green, I don't know whether 3rd with the blue or green means that you can't, but you can, surely.
Yeah, you can. I think that's just the amount of questions, because the top 2 have got the same amount of questions right, but at different times.
Fair enough.
So someone's got them slightly quicker.
Lovely job. We covered that earlier, Mike. What cards was we using?
They are studs.
They are studs, and I don't know. We can't get them from.
No, because they're made for Walgreens.
Oh, okay.
They're the only place you can get them.
Right.
I went in and bought a load, didn't I? When I went away, I gave you and
you gave us a couple of decks. Yeah. I really love using them, but they're kind of sat on my desk because they're so hard to get. Do you buy in bulk?
Yes. Yeah, a few hundred decks anytime I can.
Really? While you're in America?
Yes.
I'm just trying to think how you get them back.
I was so excited, I literally emptied their shelves into my bag. When I got home, half of them were jumbo index, which I hate. Absolutely hate.
Also be careful for pinnacle decks, because those are ones which have 7 up to ace, but none of the lower values.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a game.
If you're Russian grab, you could be stuck.
Oh, could you imagine filling your case with 200 decks of them? You get back. We're just going to be using the high cards this evening.
I must admit, though, I did feel that the ones I bought, the finish seemed different. They seemed more hoiled than stud.
Yeah, there are 4 iterations, I think. There's an old version which has a very different back design to the kind of current ones, which look like this. Then there's a newer version which have the same back design as this, but lighter red and lighter blue. There's a version which looks like this, which are the older version of this. And then there's a newer version of this as well. I can't remember which way around it is, but I think one of them has a barcode on the bottom and the other one doesn't have a barcode on the bottom, between the 2 most recent ones.
And
the oldest ones, I think, are the best.
Yeah, the finish is different, isn't it? Yeah, it was, because the first pack of studs I had just felt like a really worn-in deck. Really nice, whereas these do feel a bit more Hoyle-like. Yeah.
Quick question here, RE Flux, do you have the UK coins to use for Flux? Am I right in saying that you can tell which side is heads and tails? Yeah, we've actually just had them in, they come in yesterday. We had a big batch of all different coins, and not just for Flux, but in general, Gaff coins. And the brand new pound coin is probably the best for Flux, in my opinion. It's ultra strong. You'll get the read for heads or tails from a nice little distance. So we do have a few of them in. People have been realising that the stock count has gone back up on the site, and they have been buying them today. So do get in if you want one. But yeah, because our coins, they come and go so quick, because our guy makes them all, one at a time. It's just him, So,
but that's why the quality is always
spot
superb.
on.
The amazing Anthony has not really a question, just made a comment where he said, "Dave is a stud, isn't he?"
Oh, hello. Well, actually, he's put a question mark as if to like.
Yeah, but that's like, Dave's a stud, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, that's more of a positive question.
Is
right?
it?
Yeah, rather than.
He could have just left it as Dave is a stud. I mean, I'm not asking for much, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Who was that? The amazing Anthony. Right, shall we? Yeah. All right. Are we going to play the trailer, and then I can?
Have we got a trailer, Chris?
Yeah, we should have a trailer for this one. Is he awake?
Chris? Yeah, for overstuffed. What you got there?
Got a little quick. Do you want me to eat it or show you some magic with it?
Show me some magic.
Oh my god! I realised when I said Dave, better answer. Eat it, Dave. I'll show you a little trick with it. I like more cream in my cookies, Pete. So which is hello.
That's
cool, isn't it?
so good.
I've got some here with no cream in, so watch if I can maybe take some from here. So we just do this. Nice. Oh, no, I'm taking too much.
Put some back.
Hold on. There we go. I think these things are great, and I think there's a lot of fun you can have with these. If you were to buy a pack, was it Justin Flom? I think did this. You buy a pack of marshmallows. You can do this, make it appear like cream, and then take it out and put it on the table. You almost have this reoccurring. You do another one and another one.
Balls from mouth sort of thing.
Yeah,
great.
As you saw on the trailer there, you can part it, pretend to eat it, put it back together, and then it grows back.
The thing is, with especially nowadays, with sort of social media magic as well, tricks like this just work so well.
Yeah, and you can buy back over here in the UK now the double stuffed ones as well, and they are thicker.
Right.
So that they do end up. Hold on, we'll get two down there. Oh, there we go. Put them away.
And how many do you get in there too?
2 sets, pretty much. Yeah.
Cool.
I'll eat them later. It's fine.
Do you want one now?
Nah, bye.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll fill up. They are great. They're wicked. We only got a few of these in. Every time we do an order from Theory 11, we like to get a couple of new bits and pieces in. So I think we got 12, and some of them are already gone. If you like the idea, if you do social media stuff, I think you could work this. I think it'd be really fun to do this at the table with the kids there.
Yeah.
And just have that fun with the whole marshmallow thing. Yeah, great. So that's called Overstuffed. It's by Bizarro, and you need the really serious music in order to use it. I love trailers. So there we have that. All right.
Right. Someone asked where do they get the pebble from? The pebbles are due in stock.
They basically had an email from Steve today.
Oh right. Okay.
So he had an issue. He got sent the thing that he puts in the pebble, and they weren't good enough. They weren't strong enough. So he sent them back, and now he had the new ones in. He sent them out to us today. So I'm not going to lie when I say half of them are already accounted for. I know people that wanted them, but they should be in probably tomorrow or the next day. And I would say, I don't know. I'd need to have a go with the pound coin, but I use the pebble, and it is super strong.
Yeah,
if you hold your hand up, I can get a read from about here on the pebble. So I know that the pebble's great.
Yeah.
The pound is going to be good as well, but I haven't personally bought the pound. But either will work.
Okay, that's cool. The other thing just to talk about as well, I don't think we've got a trailer for this, have we, Chris? We have? Okay, shall we watch it now?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so this is brand new from Brett Barry and John Moulton. If you like the stuff that Brett's put out before, this is different.
If you like games and you like nighttime, you're going to love Game Night.
Perfect. I should have said that. Here's the trailer.
If you have an addiction to book tests, you're going to love this. Welcome to SvenPad Game Night. This is the first book test that uses SvenPad technology. We're going to play a little game of mental charades. So we've got 5 media categories here. You've got books, app, game, television, and movie. So let's play a game. I worked with John Morton for over a year to create what I believe is one of the best book tests. What was it?
Twitter.
I got lucky. Is that right? Is that right?
Yes.
Carry it in your pocket, take it with you everywhere, and get ready to blow some minds. Take a look left and right, open it up.
Okay.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
You think you're Sherlock Holmes?
Yes.
Yes!
That is very.
My name is Brett Barry. This is SvenPad Game Night.
Right, so we've got a few of those in stock. They're Game Night. They're on our front page. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. I love the idea of it. I am going to open one up and have a look, and maybe I'll do it on next week's. I'm not here actually, I don't think, for next week's live, so the live after. Ooh. I think it's maybe you and Harry next week.
Oh, cool.
So I'm away. But anyway, shall we go for the last question?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Mr. David.
I think I'm all good. Is there anything else I'm using? I don't think so. No, my latest purchase was Flux, and I love it. Yeah, so that's all I have to add. Let's do the last question.
Right, okay, here we go, guys. Fingers on the buzzers. Your last question. Here we go.
So, according to Tony Corinda, how many steps to mentalism were there? 10, 11, 12, or 13? I think some of the easier questions were later on in the quiz. So, the change-up has been quite good. And there we have it. So, they will already know who wins. They know before us.
How do they know?
It'll pop up on the... Because they normally say, congratulations, so-and-so, before we reveal it.
Let's see. Let's see what they say. No one said it yet.
No one said it yet. Oh, maybe they don't then.
Do you guys know who won before? Oh, we know who's won. It's now up there.
There we go.
Chris Ryan, well done, Chris. All you need to do is send an email in to sales@alakazam.co.uk and put that you're a winner of the weekly competition, your name and address, and we will pop one of these fantastic mugs in the post to you.
Lovely job. Congratulations to you. So let's quickly have a look at the answers to the questions. And they are.
Hang on, it does take Chris a bit of time, so he has to click through and change the
okay.
the page and everything, you see.
So they are. Sorry, Chris.
Oh, there you go. John Gadd, our very good friend John Gadd from the Wessex Magic Association. They have a brilliant convention coming up on the 7th of April, a convention I love doing. Unfortunately, I'm away this year when it's on, but Andy will be there. They've got a great lineup. It's a brilliant little convention. There's dealers, there's lectures, there's an evening show, and it's I don't do many small conventions, but I love it because it feels like a family-run convention.
Yeah.
It's got that really lovely atmosphere when you walk around it. So if you're interested, go to www.wmagic.co.uk, which is up there. No, it's wmagic.uk.
wmagic.uk.
Yes.
Lovely. I love the convention. I absolutely love it as well.
You perform there because it's every 2 years. So it weren't last year; it was the year before. You did the lecture.
Yeah, maybe the one before that actually.
Was it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was more than 2 years ago, wasn't it? Or maybe it was 2 years
I think
ago.
it was
I'm wrong.
2 years ago. Yeah.
I loved it. Yeah, it was such a good day. The lecture was great. The show, I think that's then open to the public, and it was like a 400-seater. It's so good. If you live near, or even if not, it's a lovely area of.
Yeah, make a weekend of it. Beautiful part of the country.
Absolutely. So, that is that, and let's.
It's actually in, if I remember rightly, Verwood in Dorset.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Verwood in Dorset.
Yeah.
Not too far from Poole.
Yeah.
And Warnwell.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Shall we do the answers?
Shall we?
Because I think we're running out of steam.
Right,
Let's
come on
do
in.
it.
So, question number 1. Who invented the chop cup? It was Al Wheatley.
Question 2. Who created the F1 wallet? It was Jason Ray. Or Ray.
Paul Gordon wrote Nocturnal Creations.
In the Alakazam forum, La Familia et Tutto.
Yeah.
It stands for, that's his signature, sorry, and it stands for...
The family is everything.
There we go. What Alakazam Academy shooter is best known for his marked deck? It was Boris Wilde. That was a great academy as well. What is used in Professor's Nightmares? Ropes. It's a free rope trick. What is Faye Presto's real name? It was Letitia Winter. New to me. Ricky Jay was famous for throwing cards. And last but not least, there were 13 steps to mentalism according to Tony Corinda. And there you have your quiz for this week. So thank you again to the quiz creator. Who was this week?
It was, let me see if I can get the details back up.
Henry.
Yeah, Henry Merrilees.
So congratulations to you, Henry. You're going to have £15 worth of loyalty points in your account. And in order for you to get it, give us a quiz. Send it in to sales@alakazam.co.uk. We have them every week. We put one up every week, and they're great fun. And as a lazy way for us not to have to do it, we give you loyalty points. So there we have it. You can make it as tough or as easy as you like, but midway is always good.
Yeah, and Henry, to get your £15 worth of loyalty points, just send us an email, sales@alakazam.co.uk, with your Alakazam username, and we'll pop the points in your account.
That, I think, brings us towards the end of this week's live, and just leaves me to say, grab your Will Houston ticket right now over on our site.
Right now.
Right now. Get it today, and you can join for today and tomorrow, and you'll get it £15 cheaper than once it's been aired.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anything else left to say?
No, I think that's it. I don't think I'm going to be here next week, so I'll see you guys in 2 weeks' time. But there will be a vlog, I believe, at the end of this week. And thank you everyone that's supporting the vlogs. Andy and Harry doing a great job with those. If you haven't seen them yet, go and check out the vlogs section on the website. There will be some changes happening to the site over the coming weeks, little improvements for you guys. And I think that is about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, guys. So thank you again for your continued support. Oh, I'm starting now.
One more thing.
Yeah, go.
The Super Saver Bundle.
Oh, blimey. They have been going mental, is what I can
Yes.
say. You guys have been loving them, and they've been coming through thick and fast, so thank you for all your support on them. They have changed a little since last week.
They have. The price has gone up a little, but there is a hell of a lot more product to choose from now. So if you looked last week, go and have another check on it this week, because there's a lot more in there. So anyway, that's it. That brings us to the end.
Yeah.
So I want to thank Will Houstoun for joining us and entertaining us with some
Yes.
magic. Thank you, Will.
Houston.
And guys, thank you for watching. Please tell your friends, get them to tune into the lives, and we will see you next week.
See you next week, guys.